Getting a little bit of a late start this morning. It's about 7:20, and I usually like to be out of the house before 7:15. So this may be a quick video because I need to focus on driving and getting to school on time. Been a little bit of a problem lately, not getting there on time. I'm always there by the time I'm supposed to be, but I certainly would like a few extra minutes to get ready in the morning. And especially having bus duty this week, where I've got to be in the gym at 8 o'clock. It loses me that extra 20 minutes of prep time and getting things together. Now, for the most part, everything is together. I know what I'm doing and what I need to have, and it's just nice to have those last few minutes of calm before the storm kind of deal. Oh well, we'll get there. It's hard to leave the house. I have a beautiful wife, a wonderful, lovely, sweet little girl, and I think I said goodbye and I love you to them like 4 times before I actually walked out the door. My goodness. I'm trying to think of something new to talk about, something that's more fun than serious or inspirational things that I've been discussing lately. I don't really know. I usually just kind of start talking and go wherever it leads me, so when I'm searching for a topic, there's a lot of downtime. Tomorrow's Friday. I like to draw pictures on Fridays on my whiteboard in the classroom. I do that for the students. Haven't done it for over 2 weeks now because we didn't have school on the Friday before spring break, and obviously we were off all last week, so there was no Friday during which to draw a picture. But I usually draw like Disney characters or comic strip characters or something like that, cartoons. Very rarely do I draw real people, just because they take longer and they don't always turn out looking like the person they're supposed to be. I did one of Cy Robertson from the Duck Dynasty show once, and that was pretty good. But it was literally just a face. There was no, the whole head. He had a hat and his beard, obviously, but there was no body with it. But that's just something I like to do. One, because the kids like it. They like to look for the characters and make suggestions and give ideas and stuff. But also because it gives me something to do in that extra 20 minutes that I have that I enjoy doing. I like to draw. I am not the best at it. A lot of people tell me that I'm really good. The kids, obviously, the students, they tell me, oh, you should be an artist, you could be famous. I'm like, no, I couldn't. I am no Rembrandt or Monet or Degas, but I am a b.gilly, and there are several of us in our family that do have the art bug or the art gene. My sister has it. My mom is extremely creative. Found out recently my cousin Eric can paint pretty well. So I mean, there's a lot of that in our family. But again, none of us is the next great American artist. I mean, there are definitely some things we could do that could earn some money, but I doubt any of us is willing to or even maybe wants to turn it into a full-time career. Now, my sister's degree, it does have art attached to it. Let me remind you of that. I mean, she is very, very good. But as far as I know, I don't talk all that much. As far as I know, she wants to be more in a curator, organizer position, not so much the actual art making, but the art portraying and selling. I think. And some people might think, well, man, you don't really know what your brother's doing in Minnesota. You don't know what your sister's doing. Michigan. She lives over in Indianapolis. How much do you actually talk to your family? And the answer is not a lot. And it's not that we don't want to, and we don't love each other or anything, but we're just, I mean, if there's something to tell, we tell it, but we don't make a point like 3 times a week to call each other and shoot the breeze, because it's just not what we've ever done. But when we get together, I mean, we have fun, we play games, we talk, we argue, we love each other to the point where we understand that if there's something to say, then we'll say it. But if there's not, then there's no reason to try and force a topic of conversation. And it's kind of a hard concept for a lot of people to get. When I was in college, it was hilarious. My freshman year, I had friends who were calling their parents, some called them every day, some called them 2 or 3 times a week, some called them every weekend. And I was like, yeah, I think I spoke to my parents a month ago. And not because I didn't want to talk to them or didn't want to tell them anything, but there was just nothing really to share. And some of you might be like, how is there nothing to share? You're away from home for the first time, living on your own, doing new things. How is there nothing to share? Well, yeah, but those new things are still school and eating and sleeping. It's just in a different place. So, I don't know. There wasn't a whole lot to tell. Now, if I had called them and talked to them more often, maybe my grades would have been better that first semester, but there's no way to know that. And I turned out just fine. I got my degree, I got a job, I got a house, a wife, a baby. I'm good. I am just fine. So that D in calculus, man, had no effect on me whatsoever. Other than some pretty good naps. Took some good naps. It was an 8 o'clock in the morning calculus class, and when you're staying up till 1:30, 2 in the morning, goofing off, 8 in the morning comes a little quickly, and when it's calculus with a teacher that's less than entertaining, you don't take a whole lot of stock or pay a whole lot of attention. That turned out okay. I took a summer statistics class to make up the credits and did really, really well in that class. A lot better than anybody else in that class. But yeah, I got a brother. He lives in Minnesota. Does something for the MLB. As far as I know, he's like watching games and tracking the stats of players. I say he does it specifically for pitchers, but I could be totally wrong. And my sister lives in Indy. She actually works remotely for the same company my mom works for. So she's not in the art industry right now, but I think she's still working towards it. Right now she's in sales. She travels all over the country selling textbooks. That's what my mom's company produces, is textbooks, and primarily in the sports and human movement category. So coaching, different types of sports, different types of games, workouts, physical activities, things like that. So my sister goes around selling those to colleges, to professors, to add to their curriculums, specifically for those in like the sport management field. And I'm going to cap that off with I think. That's what I understand it to be from the conversations we have had and from what I know Mom has been doing for the last 27 years. I think she's been doing it for 27 years. I don't know. I'm hoping she retires soon, because that would give me a secondary option for childcare during the day. I don't think I've told you guys that. We don't pay for childcare. Well, we do, just not in the traditional sense. Our nanny, who is also my mother-in-law, lives in our house. She's got a pretty sweet setup, mind you. A good-sized bedroom with an attached bathroom and a walk-in closet. And she can eat whatever she wants out of our fridge and pantry. Which, happens a lot. But she watches our baby all day during the day for free. Or the cost of electricity and cable and cell phone and water and room and board. But yeah, for free. And so we're not paying a third-party person to take care of our child, which, as anybody that has kids can tell you, is expensive. The cheapest we found was $600 a month, and that was on the low end at somebody's house that was less than awesome. And we were prepared to send Ellie there, but the stress of the situation and the not knowing and not being really able to afford it left us with no other option. But as soon as my mom retires, I'm hoping she's willing to take over the role, and then my mother-in-law can go back to working a full-time job and have a place of her own. If for no other reason than just the satisfaction of being an independent adult who is self-sufficient. We'll put it that way. And I know it sounds like I don't like the arrangement, but honestly, the peace of mind and the security of knowing that my baby is at my house all day with a family member that we trust and appreciate is it's priceless. So, you can attach values to childcare, but you cannot attach values to security and peace of mind. So that's nice to have. Yeah, it's raining if you can't hear it, if you can't tell. So the sun's not just shining right in my face this morning. We got some nice rain clouds and pitter-patter of drops on the windshield. And again, I love it. My favorite. My absolute favorite. But I think that's about all I have. I watched the movie Sing last night for the first time. I think it takes place in the same world as Zootopia, but I'm not really sure. Because it's all animals, but it's a singing competition for animals. It was really entertaining. I liked it. Some good voice actors, some excellent singers. All the voice actors did their own singing, as far as I know, and so I was impressed and pleasantly surprised. I thought it was going to be kind of a goofy, corny, silly one. Now that I'm thinking about it more, I don't think it's in the same world as Zootopia. There was a movie not too long ago that there was like a car chase scene, and on the back of the car there was a poster for Sing, kind of like plugging it. It was like one of those Easter eggs that you kind of look for in movies and TV shows. But I can't remember what movie it was in, and I don't think Sing was made by Disney. Zootopia is obviously a Disney movie, so if they're not made by the same company, then they don't exist within the same world. But it was all animals, so it's kind of the same premise, same topic. Oh well, that's about it for this morning. Hopefully today will be a good day, entertaining day, and I'll have something nice to share this afternoon. Until then, see you later.